Congratulations on the win. You guys, it seemed like just a needed breakthrough. Was Albert getting that penalty kick because it seemed like you guys had a lot of opportunities, but Dallas was doing a good job of flanking, especially here. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, no, I think we knew that the game was going to be a little different than usual. Being an earlier game with the sun out, the turf being different bounce, different everything. So we knew that we were going to have to adapt quickly. Obviously, we had a lot of chances. We said at the beginning of the game that we wanted to come out and make sure that we had energy. And yeah, I think that we just have to continue that. I think the second half was a little slower. We came out a little slower and we were able to come out in the flanks and kind of counterattack us. But I think we did a pretty good job in maintaining our head and adapting to the field.
With some of the goals or opportunities that you had, especially just talking about the first ones, the two chances there. What kind of maybe happened there? Or
yeah, no, I think it was personally for me, mentally me. I think it was my best performance of the 9 in the club. I think that the guys were finding me in the box. I think I was in the box a lot of the times, and so it's just a final pass. I was on the line. It didn't come, and so I'm going to keep working to get those opportunities. But you see the guys trying to find me. You see Ryan outside trying to make plays for me, and so I'm just glad that I can be in the box, and it's a different game for me today.
You obviously didn't get the goal, but it did, like you said, it was a better performance. You were right there a couple of times. Was that a good? I mean, was that a positive sort of momentum game for you personally? Did it feel like you were able to build some positives to build on?
Yeah, I think obviously the positive after all is the 3 points. We got the 3 points, but personally for me, from minute 1, I was able to get a header on something, and so it was more than what I've gotten in different games playing as a 9, and so I think today was just a show of what I'm able to do in the box, and I think that when you're surrounded by a lot of guys that are attacking minded, Pepo, Albert, Ryan, your job is just to stay high. And so for me, was coming in at moments where maybe the center backs needed help. I think there was a few times where JB found me in the middle and I just bounced and went back up, and then just get in the box. I think I made a lot of runs in the box, and it just the connection part, the Ryan finding my head, or maybe Alex or Nuhu, and I'm just glad that I was able to do my part, which is make runs and show for the guys in the box.
That's just how important is it for you to get that understanding and the players to now get that understanding when you're making the runs and looking for you? You're not always going to get the ball, but how comfortable is that, and how much of a kind of a boost is that for you in your game?
Yeah, for me today it showed that I can play that position in a way. Being able to be that guy that can be in the box and make runs in the box kind of made it at ease a little bit today, because it showed me that I can do it, and so it's just now sharpening that up. I think that it was, you can say a lot of things. Maybe it was the turf, or maybe it was just it was an inch of if you put it a little forward, I would get there, or if you put it a little higher, I would get there. And so just connecting with the guys and making sure that we know after the game, like, hey, where do you think I should have been here, or where do you want me to be here? And so it's just connecting with the guys and making sure that in the next situation that we're there, we can get it up, we can get it right.
They went to a 3-back there. There's a time they went and they was compact in the middle. How were you guys able to kind of overcome that?
No, I think we have a smart team, and it starts on the back line. It starts on the back line, communicating to the midfield and seeing how we want to press. We obviously train different situations. We played against different teams that have, play with 3 or play with 2, and so we've played against that type of style. And so us is just adapting and acknowledging it and seeing it and going from there. I think that whenever they brought Shaq, they went to a 4-4-2, and so just acknowledging it, seeing what formation they play, and just going on the fly.
How do you feel about getting a sweep against your old team?
Obviously, I'm here now, and so being able to win the series is important, especially at home. So we're getting points here now that we have 3 games at home. It's going to be important to some, and so we're just going to keep going, and hopefully we can get more wins this week.
Jesús, felicidades por los 3 puntos. ¿Cómo se siente el equipo físicamente y tú de cara a tantos partidos que se vienen ahora?
contento. Creo que el equipo está listo para lo que se viene. Sabemos que son partidos importantes. Cualquier partido en casa es mandatorio los 3 puntos, especialmente frente a los fans. Y sabemos que se viene. Sabemos que tenemos que mejorar en de pronto diferentes fases, pero estamos contentos con los 3 puntos. Salimos de aquí con los 3 puntos, ganamos las series y ya no podemos pedir más.
Acaban de terminar 3 partidos bien difíciles, van a empezar unos 3 nuevos más. ¿Qué es el mensaje del vestuario para sacar los próximos 6 puntos que están disponibles?
No, mentalmente estar enfocado. Sabemos que partidos de 3 en semana es muy difícil. Va a tomar que todo el mundo esté enfocado y listo para cualquier ocasión. Creo que los técnicos hacen un buen sistema en de pronto rotar o no rotar o qué partidos jugar a quién, contra qué rival. Entonces es tener fe en ellos, confianza en ellos y seguir adelante. Sabemos que tenemos un grupo que cualquier jugador puede hacer entrar, salir, jugar 90, jugar 60 y el que entra va a tener la misma mentalidad que es ganar el partido. Entonces tenemos bastante fe en el grupo. Sabemos que podemos sacar otros 6 puntos aquí en casa, especialmente en casa, y contento, creo.
Jesús, ¿cómo pudieras resumir tu participación en el equipo hasta este momento? Y también si la falta de gol te produce algún tipo de presión en ti.
No, creo que llevamos 14 partidos. Llevo 5 asistencias en este torneo, entonces yo diría que vamos más o menos. Creo que la falta de gol sí hace un poquito de presión, pero los técnicos y los compañeros míos me ayudan a entender que yo llevo más que los goles en mi juego. Creo que no hay un delantero que pueda presionar de la manera que de pronto yo presione o defienda de la manera que yo defiendo. Entonces es poder, si algo no está funcionando, que es por ahora mismo a mí no entran los goles, es poder ayudar al equipo en otra manera, que de pronto es asistir o defender. Entonces para mí es enfocarme en esas cosas que de pronto los goles vienen. Hoy tuve una buena sensación del arco. Creo que fue la primera vez que de pronto juegue de número 9, que me sienta contento de pronto con la participación, con las corridas que hago, y ahora solo es entender con los compañeros y saber cuál movimientos hago yo dentro del área. Creo que tocando bastantes pelotas adentro del área, haciendo esas corridas importantes para el equipo, me ayudan a confianza, saber que esa posición sí la puedo jugar y sí me pueden encontrar, es excelente.
¿Me pudieras responder lo mismo pero en inglés, rapidito?
Yeah, I think I think we played 14 games so far. I think 5 assists. I think the tournament has been okay for me. For me, obviously, ideally, I would want to score a little bit more goals, but I think I've said it before. I think I have to figure out what other ways that I can help the team if it's not scoring goals. And so I think that there isn't many forwards who can defend the way that I can or put pressure the way that I can. And so I think I'll take a lot of pride on doing the things that I can control, which is my energy, my running, and my defending. And so if the goals aren't coming right now, I think I have to help the team in any other way possible. And so I'm happy that today showed me that I can play that position. The runs that I'm making, the guys are finding me, and so it's just a matter of getting that little extra inch. I think that me and Ryan had a good connection on. There's a couple passes where the outside of the foot, that if it was a little harder or a little higher, it would have gone through, and I'm into goal, or the little chip that he did. And so it's just little inches that the game demands. That we'll work on and we'll get. Obviously today was a different story. The turf was a little drier than usual. Bounce was a little obviously different, and so it's just adapting, and I think we're gonna get it right. And so hopefully the goal comes soon, and I can be happy and say that I scored my first Sounders game, but Sounders goal. But until then, I'm gonna keep working and doing everything that I can to help the team.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jesus.